Hello, Gems. My name is Bushnell. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I hope you stay long enough to subscribe. I talk about femininity, personal development, and mindset. And if you're already part of the tribe, darling, welcome back. In this video, we're going to talk about navigating office politics, especially as a young lady who just joined the professional space, the corporate space, and you want to navigate all that. There's office politics. And here are just some important bits you should know. The first thing is be a person of few words, okay? You don't have to constantly fill in every conversation. You don't always have to have an opinion about everything. You don't have to be anything to anyone except what you are mandated to do on your job description, right? So you don't have to share every opinion, and you don't have to over-explain yourself on certain things, right? Especially on private things to do with things happening in your life. These are not your besties. And this is not a podcast place to share, especially things that are from your personal life and your personal opinions as well. So keep it general when it comes to the office. Talk about the weather, talk about, things that are generally general, basically food stuff, how interesting it is that the pavement is red and not blue, things of that sort. Do not participate in every conversation that is going on in the office. Be a person of few words. And I had this colleague who was really a person of few words, and she embodied that. And I believe that's the reason why at 50 she's still working in government in the position that she has, which is highly covetable. I don't think the word covetous is right, but it is coveted, right? The second bit is my favorite, honestly, out of all this, and that is dress professionally. There's such a thing as dressing privilege, where people treat you better based on how you dress. People treat you, and then in the corporate world, people scan you very fast. For men, it's the shoes, it's the watch, right? And for women, it's also certain things like your hair, your nails, your shoes. They want to know. This bases on how they treat you. If you're just some regia person, out of lack of better words, you're not putting effort, you won't get treated in a certain manner whereby of respect, because how you dress also shows how you want people, shows you respect the corporation and how you want others to treat you. Is it unfair that people are very visual? Probably, but that's how it is, and you have to play the game in a manner to win it. So learn how to dress for corporate spaces. Don't conform to all this how things people are doing, and that's where I have a fashion Substack where I express all this. And someone to look at, honestly, for the ladies, it's Emma Grid. I love her office. She usually has reels where she posts what she wore for a whole week to the office, and I love it, right? So dress neatly, dress appropriately, and dress confidently. The third thing is document everything. This is very important, especially on your achievements. Document your achievements. Document those conversations that you have privately or one-on-one, in the essence of, these are very important conversations. And if somebody flips on you, it will be very important to have that documented. For example, if you have a discussion with someone and probably they say you are going to extend your contract for a year, and they tell you how they're going to extend that, it's very good to make sure you have that documented, so that when that time of their contract ends, you have that person's word, like, this is what you say, this is what we documented. Another thing I should definitely mention here: don't text, don't say, don't email something that can be used against you, or something that you wouldn't want to be tied to you. So you rather be, again, to point number one, be a person of few words, right? And then make sure that all this documentation, you keep them somewhere so that you can use them at the right time. But make sure you document it all: emails, texts, conversations that you're having on the sidelines, right? Make sure you document it and keep them all well. The next bit is always have an exit plan. So this looks like making sure your LinkedIn is up to date, your CV is up to date, and this is important to do in regards to this network. When your office has events, when you guys have an opportunity to just mingle with other people in the department, with clients, network with people, sell yourself, right? Get to exchange numbers. So that way, you there's a possibility of being poached. There's a possibility of, getting somewhere new when something happens. And again, just keeping your eyes open on the ground on what's happening and what's the big thing. Where can you be placed differently? So that when you find yourself that where you're at is toxic, where you're at is not really working for you, probably the commuting or the vibes, you already have something that is at work that you can just exit, and you don't have to take all that nonsense from the corporate space. Probably it's competition, probably it's some type of harassment, whatever it is. You want to be able to have something to fall back on. And in this, I should definitely say that obviously have an emergency fund for such moments, because we never know what happens, right? Probably even the company could close down. Who knows? The owner could be bought out and all of you sacked, right? You need something that is already happening on the ground, probably even a side hustle. But the general thing is start working on your exit plan already, especially if you've been in a company for long and you don't even see yourself getting that promotion. Have something. Let your life and your loyalty not be to that company unless you built it, right? But yes, we have to go to the next bit, which is stay out of gossip. This again ties to the first thing, which is be a person of few words. Your words can be used against you. Okay, your words can be used against you by malicious people, by people who probably weren't malicious, but they need a way out, they need a scapegoat. They can use that against you. It's a very jungle kind of place in the office. So you could probably say something, and I've said this before once. I told somebody in passing that, I'm even planning to quit. This person went to lunch with my supervisor, and from that day, my supervisor was treating me really badly. Because I told somebody that I'm actually even planning to quit. So that can be used against you, you see? You could be telling somebody something, you could be talking with someone even, and then just open your heart and say, oh, you're battling a sickness, and you're probably having to take some time off, and a promotion is coming. That person will say, oh, don't consider so and so, because you know what, they're planning to take a sick off, right? And you told that person in good faith. So this could be that type of discussion, but also there could be the gossip bit. You're talking to the bosses, probably, I don't know, plant. There are moles in some companies, and this mole is there to monitor people. And this person decides, you know what, my work here is to gather information and go back to the bosses and tell them who's doing what. So be very careful. And finally, build relationships across departments. So this looks like treating everyone with respect, including the cleaning lady. You might not know what you need her for. Probably there's a day you have a tear on your outfit, you have a fashion emergency. That's the person who can help you. Probably the security person as well. Don't be too friendly with everyone, just professional. The idea is to treat them with respect, because some of these people can take advantage of you, start asking you for monies and all those things. So professional and not friendly, but professional and not just making friends with everyone, but basically treating everyone with respect. This is for across both the cook, the chef, and I believe that's very important, because you never know how you'll need them for a future instance and incident. That's all for this video. I hope you like it. Like, share, and subscribe.